I've been noticing lately, and yeah, this time I'll use celebrities, but I won't say names. How these people have been married less than 10 years after having lavish weddings at the biggest churches, biggest castles, and biggest venues. And before I get into this rant, let me say that I'm not here to condemn anyone on purpose. I'm here to make an observation, okay, about the institution of being married. Being married to someone is not a fairy tale, okay? It is a reality. And you're seeing a lot of these people, we just couldn't bounce back from our differences and la la la. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of these people knew that something was wrong with that person and that they had issues before they married them, okay? You see red flags. It's very rare that you marry somebody and they turn to do the Jekyll Hyde thing. That's a very, very rare individual. We call that a narcissist and a psychopath. Those are far less common in society than we like to say, because people love to throw around the term psychopath and narcissists, not realizing that the reason that those people can commit crimes for years is because they're good at evading, because they are the few. Everyone in prison isn't that, but again, I don't want to. I want to stay on track with this rant. Reason I bring up narcissists, because I believe you have to have a certain level of narcissism to want to show off and either have a high society wedding at one of the most well-known churches, cathedrals, houses of worship in your country, to only come out then less than 10 years later and talking about all irreconcilable differences and stuff, when you had all of these people of noble blood who were famous all showing up. Then you want to do an African themed wedding in which you embrace your future spouse's African roots and do the whole thing and put up a show. And there's cameras and people around you and la la la. Just be honest with yourselves. You don't want to be married. You just want attention. You want the show. You want the ideal of what it is. See, I know this is going to make some people mad because no one wants to hear this. See, when you're the bride, right, and the groom, and mostly the bride, is at fault for this. When you want attention, attention becomes an addiction. And people say, well, you're overreaching. Well, somebody right, listen, you're overreaching by saying that it's an addiction for someone to marry someone just to get attention for a big wedding. When you have narcissistic tendencies, it's not. Because most of these people are not narcissists nor psychopaths, but they have the tendencies of a narcissist. Because you got to be really out of your mind to sit here and pay millions for wedding and inviting people and putting up this show talking about happily ever after, and you can't even last long. Then some of us like me go to the courthouse, and despite our ups and downs and whatever we've done to each other, we're still lasting. This is not for me to put my marriage or anybody's else's marriages up to a pedestal with celebrities, but I can't be the only one that can't help but think when you see these marriages on television, either through noble or royal blood, or you see marriages from celebrities or people who come from like American elite families. I can't help but look at their body language and be like, am I the only one that sees that this is a crapshoot and it ain't gonna last that long? Not because I wish the worst out of people, but because they're turning it more into a theatrical circus than they are. I was about to say is. I hate saying is in the place of are. Than they are concerned about what happens after that day. See, that wedding is one day. And see, this is why a lot of y'all now, because you're so caught up in the euphoria, want to have destination weddings. We're going to have our wedding right here in this state. Then we're going to go to another venue. You're having several weddings for one ceremony, because you need people to buy into the fantasy that you have in your head when you know it's a lie. Ain't no way people are getting divorced when you're that higher level after certain years and you don't see the signs. This is not a rant about how to spend your money. Far be it me to tell you how to live your life. But let's get honest with this. You just want to show. You want people to show up and eat and talk about you. You want to cut a cake for people. You want to take photogs where you are the center of attention. You want gifts given to you for a rehearsal dinner or whatever, so that if you walk away from it, at least you got something. Even if it's like some cultures, I think they throw money and you get a money bag. For some of y'all, this is just a hustle. And don't lie, because you know marriage is not an easy thing. Well, we know it ain't gonna be easy. Well, you know that, then why are you easily walking away? And this is not a video for people who genuinely were being abused, okay? There are some legitimate reasons to walk away from a marriage. You're married to an alcoholic. There are other extenuating circumstances. What is irreconcilable differences, really? It's just becoming a cop-out and an easy way out. And I'm not here to criticize the institution of marriage, or that you shouldn't get married, or that you shouldn't spend millions on a wedding. I am criticizing the theatrics of it. When are y'all gonna stop putting up a show and get real? I mean, seriously, knock it off.